Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by VGIRLTV should be taken as fact. Every situation is based on personal experience. Pretty Image Boutique is located in the Centro Comercial de los Pueblos Mall, located in Panama City, just 15 minutes away from Tocumen Airport. We specialize in hair care, wig extensions, and much more. Come visit us. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. First and foremost, before we even start this live, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So please leave it in the comment section so that we know that the audio is working, okay? I want to make sure that before we start this live, that the audio quality is A1 and that you guys can hear me. So let me know in the comment section you guys can hear me before we start this live today, okay? First and foremost. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me in the comment section, and I want to make sure that the audio is good. All right. Can you guys hear me? Are we good? I'm exhausted. I almost didn't make it today, guys. I almost did not make it for break room conversations, but I said, you know what? I have to make sure that I do this because we haven't done a break room conversation in literally 2 or 3 weeks, right? Okay, perfect, Nick Veggie. All right, so I want to say before we start, Happy New Year to everybody. I know we haven't had a break room conversation, but we did have a live on Tuesday. So for those of you who are watching this now live, welcome. And for those of you who are watching this on the replay, welcome back to another break room conversation. Hello, Phoenix One. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really tired. Like, I started working out again because as you guys are, but most of you know that I had a baby. Well, she's 10 months now. But I had a baby 10 months ago, and then I had surgery. So I wasn't able to work out, and I gained all this weight, and I just was like, okay, enough is enough. So I am now able to start working out. Guys, if you are watching on Instagram, please log on to YouTube. We are live on YouTube there. I'll be able to respond to all your needs and your questions and your comments, okay? All right, so basically, I wanted to touch this conversation because this is my commentary lives, guys. I do my commentary on Fridays, break room conversations. And today's topic is going to be about letting go of toxic behaviors, even if it's family. And the reason why I'm touching on this is because a lot of times we deal with, and it mostly comes from family members or people that we love. And sometimes we are the ones that are toxic ourselves, right? But this particular situation happened. This is a real life situation that happened. I'm not going to say the names who it happened to, but I'm going to give you the scenario and then you guys can take it for what it is. Okay. All right. So I was in the nail salon. There were two sisters that were getting their nails done in the nail salon. Right. The sister, let's say the sister's name was Natalie. So it's Natalie and Natalia. Okay. Natalie is the older sister. Natalia is the baby sister. So Natalia, which is the older sister, had, and I only know this because I was over here in the conversation, right? And I'm listening to the conversation. I'm just like, wow, you know what? I can totally relate to this, right? So I I said Natalie was the older sister, right? Yeah, Natalie's the older sister, Natalia's the baby sister. So Natalie had made a comment to Natalia saying that, that she's so happy that they got to the nail salon early because she had so many things to do. And Natalia had to leave to catch a flight because she was going somewhere. So they were really limited and pressed for time, right? So they were getting their nails done and everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, Natalie and Natalia's mother um, came into the nail salon. Natalia and Natalie's mother demanded, well, she goes straight up to the lady who's doing her nails and says to her, hey, my nails broke. I need you to fix it. Okay. While the daughter was sitting there. So they had no idea that their mom was actually coming to the nail salon. Right. And so her daughter's sitting in the chair and she's like, just looking around and she's like, oh, I need you to get up to her daughter so I can get my nails done. Now, a normal person, anybody would say, okay, it's not a big deal. She's just going to get two nails fixed or whatever the case may be. But the older sister had made it very clear that they had something to do prior to the younger sister catching a flight. So at this point, every moment, every minute counted at this point. So the older sister then turns to the mother and say, hey, I understand that your nail broke, but we're really on a time schedule. So unfortunately, if she starts doing your nails, then we're not going to be able to get everything else done that we need to get done. And so the mother so then the nail tech says to the daughter, like, hey, is it okay if you give the seat to your mother? And so the younger sister was just like, okay, I guess, or whatever. And then the older sister says, no, it's not okay because we have something to do. We have to be here. We have to be out of here by 1:00. Mind you, the nail tech started doing the younger sister's nails late. So they're already pressed for time. So the older sister goes on to express to the mom, like, hey, I understand that it's just two nails. I don't want to be rude, but she cannot switch the seats with you at this point because we have to leave. And it's already like 12:00. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to be done by 1:00, but we really, really have to go. So the mom turns around and goes, oh, you guys are so wicked. I'm so hungry. And this is a tactic that I'm going to assume that the mom does all the time to these kids. Oh my God, you guys are so wicked to me. How could you do this? I'm your mother. And then so she proceeds to say all these negative things to the daughter just because the daughter wouldn't give up the seat. Now, if it was any other time, I would assume that if it was any other time and they didn't have anything to do, of course, she would say, okay, fine, no problem. You could just go take my seat. But in this particular time, this particular moment, everyone had something to do. I'm meaning the sister, and they were really, really pressed for time. So the mom, unfortunately, was upset because the daughter put her foot down once. And I think when it comes to human nature and human behavior, people, especially people that are like low-key narcissists and they don't even realize that they're narcissists, even if they are family members, they don't realize. I mean, you can say yes to a person so many times, and the moment that you say no, you're automatically this bad person. And for the new year, because of this situation, I literally totally 100% could relate to the situation. So I want to challenge everyone to say no, okay? If you do not want to do something, say no. Because people always have they always have these expectations that when they ask someone to do something for them, that the person is always supposed to say yes. No, okay? I, for one, am always telling people yes, 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 especially when it comes to family members. Even if I don't want to do something, I'm always yesing, 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 yesing. And then the one time that I decide that I'm going to say no, then all of a sudden I am the worst person in the world. So for the new year, I want to encourage everyone to say no more. Okay, if you don't want to do something, okay, to say no. And two, let's try to stay away from toxic behaviors. Okay, I'm not saying that every single body is perfect. We all have our flaws, but there are some relationships that we have that can literally drain us to pieces. For one, me personally, I don't know if you guys experience this, but if you do experience it, let me know in the comment section. What are some of the things that drain you when you're dealing with some of your family members or friends? Because we usually get drained out mostly by people who we care about the most, right? So, me personally, it's like you want to be this perfect daughter for or whoever daughter whatever to your family members, and you want to be able to do things, and make people happy, but at what cost? At what cost are you going to say, you know what, I can't do it anymore because it's draining me? When you get to that level and that point where you are feeling totally drained to the point where you can no longer give it anymore, at that point you're just doing too much. Okay, at that point, you're just doing too much. If it starts affecting your mental health, you're doing too much. If it starts affecting you emotionally, physically, mentally, I said that already, right? Um, you're just doing too much. I think when you grow up in a Caribbean household, or when you are in a Latin household, or if you grow up in a strong household with people, our family members have a tendency of trying to, it's kind of like, okay, you have to respect your elders, right? Even if your elders are disrespecting you, you have to bite the bullet and just take it for what it is. I remember when I was younger, okay, and this is really not to bash my mom. My mom would say certain things to me, um, that was, it would hurt my feelings. Okay, I don't think she purposely did it on purpose. I don't think she knew what she was doing. Okay, that's the better way of putting it. I don't think she knew what she was doing, but she would say certain things that would like literally hurt my feelings. And then when you say, you hurt my feelings, it was kind of like, okay, oh well. Okay. So then you grow up with this external hard, you're extra hard, you don't know how to show emotions. And I spoke about this before about generational curses, generational trauma, and how a lot of the things that we endure is generational, especially when it comes to trauma. Because hurt people, right? Let me go to the comments and see what Wajna said. Wajna said, there's more stress and burden when we say yes. It can be very toxic. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. Plus, we give and lose more of ourselves when we say yes. Absolutely. This is so true. Okay. I find myself every time I'm saying yes to doing something for someone and going out of my way for someone, at the end, it costs me more than the person who I said yes to. And I'm now realizing that this year, okay, and I feel like a lot of us should take this challenge. Don't allow anybody to make you unhappy. And if someone is going to put you in a situation where you're going to be unhappy, say no. Okay. Learn how to say no. Even if the other person might be upset, it is what it is. If they truly love you and understand and really want the best for you, they will understand. Okay. So I totally agree with this comment. Like, this comment is 100. When he says there's more stress and burden when we say yes, it can be very toxic. Okay. Toxic behavior is a no-go in 2023. For 2023, say no to toxic behavior. And then another flip side of it is that we, okay, can also be toxic. Okay. We have our own toxicity that we project onto people. All right. Some people don't even really realize that they are toxic. Okay. And they cause this toxicity because we attract what we give out. Right. And that's what a lot of people say, that if you want something and if you want to attract certain energies into your life, you have to give that energy. So could it be that we ourselves are toxic and we are attracting that toxicity? So what can we do to avoid that? Me personally, I'm so happy. I'm the type of person that I love planners. So I usually plan everything out, and I also with the planner, there's a section where you can write down what you are thankful for, showing gratitude. And I will say, I started doing this like 2 years ago, and then I stopped. But the first year that I started writing down everything that I was thankful for every morning, three things that I was grateful for. Sorry, my life literally turned around, and I want to say it turned around for the positive. And then I stopped doing it, and once I stopped doing it, I don't want to say that my life was bad, because it wasn't all bad, but I didn't see the laws of attraction really working in my favor. One thing I will say is that when you practice gratitude, you tend to attract a lot of positive things. And I per se will say that this is 100% true. If you are Christian, and I want to say this, the act of manifestation is real. Okay. 4 years ago, I made a vision board of the things that I wanted to attract into my life, all positive, and I think that was the best year of my life. I didn't make a vision board since that. And a lot of people say that, oh, making vision boards are witchcraft. Okay. And I would like to say that in the Bible, it says, write it plain upon tables. Okay. I think it's Habakkuk 2. Don't remember what verse, but it's in there. Okay. Write the vision down and make it plain upon tables. So for those of you who claim that art of manifestation is witchcraft, you're absolutely wrong, because it's in the Bible. Okay. Um, and it works. Okay. So this year, I am going to continue those things because I want to attract positive things into my life. I don't want to continuously attract toxic behavior. And by doing so, I will be saying more no. You definitely should practice saying no more, because if it's draining you and you can't keep on no more, I'm telling you, say no. Okay. Learn how to say no. And then when you learn how to say no, be able to prepare yourself that when you ask people for something, they too can say no. I agree with reflecting what we experience. It's very tricky to figure yourself out opposed to recognizing the issues with others. But yes, gratitude is a magical and it's a great game changer. It really is. And I'm telling you from my personal experience, practicing gratitude, writing three things that you are grateful for a day will change your life. I am telling you, um, I'm not just telling you this just to tell you this. It changed my life completely. When I stopped doing it, I seen how my life kind of was at a standstill. So practicing gratitude is extremely important. Another thing that people use, oh my God, okay, is religion. Okay. People love to use religion to manipulate and to practice toxic behavior. And I say that, and I'm not saying everybody, because I know someone's going to try to come for me and say, oh, not everybody, not everybody. People use religion to and manipulate. I said but they use religion to manipulate people all the time. I've seen it with my own two eyes. There is an influencer, okay, that I know personally, and she uses religion to manipulate people into buying or to believing that they too can become millionaires. Okay. So that's another thing that we have to be very mindful of. Okay. Because people use the Bible, they use religion to manipulate things to get what they want, or they take out certain excerpts out of the Bible, right? Even family, yes. Okay. Family is number one. I was talking about family members in particular who are extremely toxic. And people feel like, oh, because they it's family members that you have to deal with it. No, you do not have to deal with it. It is what it is. But in terms of religion, um, you have to be very strong-minded and be able to make your own decisions and not easily, what's the word? Easily manipulated by people and what you see on social media. There's toxicity all over social media if you pay attention to it, okay? Me personally, I unfollowed a lot of this. Well, I've done this before. Okay. I don't follow pages that, spew negativity all the time. But that's another thing. You got to be mindful with the pages that you follow. If you want to open up doors, right? And everything is like really mental, right? So if you want to open up certain doors and you want to live a more peaceful life, because I am all about peace. I don't need to be in there. I just want to be happy and I just want to have peace. Okay. A peace of mind is a real bag. Okay. Be mindful of the things that you watch. Be mindful of the things that you put into you. Be mindful of the things that you eat also. Eating is also very, very important when it comes to toxicity and toxic behavior, because if you eat bad, then you feel bad. If you feel bad, then you spew that negativity onto others. You spew that negativity onto your family members, to your children. And we don't want that type of life for our kids. We don't. So I would say be very mindful of those things as well. Okay. Family members, yes, everyone keeps on saying that family is family. Yeah, family can be the most toxic people to you. Okay. Those are the people that could hurt us the most. It's usually the people that are close to us that can hurt us the most. And you can't control the things that people do, but you can control yourself and how you respond to people. Right. And I think everything is in the response, how you respond to people, how you deal with people. Those are the things that are super important when it comes to dealing with toxic behavior. Because let me tell you something, and I'm not just saying this because I woke up one day and I have the answers, because it's not true. Literally, I was definitely a hothead. I am the type of person that if you say something crazy to me, I'm definitely going to respond to you back. And you might not like the things that I have to say. But then you start to realize as you get older, you react that way. Those situations can turn into something else. And right now, post COVID, people are not too right in the head. Okay. People are no está creyendo en nadie, like the Panamanians like to say. They're not believing in anybody. Okay. So you really have to be mindful on the things that you do and who you choose and how you choose to react to people. Okay. Because, like I said, people are not too right in the cabeza. Okay. So, me personally, like I've been in situations where I'm grocery shopping or something and people are just very rude. Okay. Very rude to you for no reason. And I just look at them and just say nothing. I just look and say nothing, because I know for a fact it takes two to engage. So those are the things that the tools that I've been using right now since the new year started. I know the new year, we are only 10 days, 6 days in. What day is it? What? Yeah, 6 days into the new year. But I specifically was very what's the word that I'm trying to use? I was very much oh my god, why can't I say the word? Oh, my nose is running. Sorry guys, I got allergies. Um I was very much I don't even know what the word is. I have the word on top of my head, but I can't say it. But when I'm doing things, everything that I do has a purpose. And I'm intentional. That's the word that what I wanted to use. I'm very much intentional with the things that I'm doing moving forward. I am no longer engaging in negative activities. You should not either, with negative people. There are people, oh my God, there are people, right, that you're friends with, and no matter how much they just complain about every single thing that goes on in their life. And they come to you with all these complaints. And then you give them advice and they still don't take that advice. They just keep on complaining. They find everything wrong with everything, no matter, even if you give them another outlook on the way they look at things, on the way they should look at things, they still find everything wrong with everything. Those are the type of people that you should stay away from. Okay. People that just always complaining all the time. Those people need to go seek therapy. And unfortunately, I am not a therapist. I don't know who else is a therapist, But I'm going to assume that many of us aren't therapists. We cannot fix these people. These people need to fix themselves, and you need to send them to a therapist because that is dead weight on you. And I am too much of an empath. Me personally, I am too much of an empath, and I tend to take on other people's problems, and then it just weighs me down. And that is another form of toxic behavior. If you want to have a peaceful life, you can't be taking on people problems. Okay? You cannot be taking on people problems. You got to let it go. Okay? So even if it's family members, and I'm not saying that you have to cut these people off completely, like, oh, okay, I'm not talking to you anymore, but just limit your time with them. Limit just having conversations with these people. Literally, if it's not about something productive, gossiping is another form of toxic behavior, guys. If you spend hours at a time on the phone or texting or doing whatever, gossiping about other people's lives, you have a problem. Okay? Seek help. And we're not doing 2023. 2022 was a year of reflection, and 2023, which is this year, should have been a year to put things into perspective. Okay? We are trying to do amazing things because, as you guys have seen from the past few years, life is extremely short. Okay? Young people are losing their lives every single day. So we have to learn how to live our lives abundantly. We have to live our lives happily and freely, okay? But not at the extent of other people. So I would say that, wait, there are people commenting, sorry. Hello, Mario. Welcome to Break Room Conversations with VGIRLTV on the VGIRL podcast. Welcome. So yeah, how do you feel about the toxicity that is going on in your life? If you have experienced toxicity, and what are you going to do for the new year to minimize that type of behavior? I know a lot of us in here, or a lot of us that watch the channel, we all can attest to having some type of toxic behavior that we've been dealing with in our lives. And I'm here to tell you that it's all in the way that you respond to that behavior. I just choose just not to engage at all. I've had way too many experiences with toxic behavior and me also being toxic. And I want to say this, okay? I have been super toxic in relationships, especially. And like I said, 2022 was definitely a year of reflection. And I realized everything, majority of the problems that I've had is usually in the way that I respond to things and respond to people. Okay. 98% of any issues that I've had, okay, is because of the way that I respond to individuals. Sorry, guys, my pen fell on the floor. So, with that being said, if 98 of the problems that I've had is literally because of the way that I respond to people, then I realize that I have to change the way I respond to people. And most times, my friends and people that I speak to, they too have problems, and majority of the problems is because of the way they respond to people. Yes, I am admitting it. Okay, therapy helps. Therapy helps people. My thing is that I don't want to pass on these type of behaviors to my kids because I knew how I ended up. I mean, I'm not even gonna say I ended up bad because I'm not a bad person. I for the most part I am very well rounded. I can empathize with people, you know, but there are things about me that it's not up to standards. Like all of us have flaws, right? But it's just about being a better person. I personally just want to be a better person overall, period, for myself, for my kids, for my family members. However, I will not allow toxic behavior though. Um, Nick Veggie says, I'm a loner slash introvert. Reduce a lot. Wait, whoop. Sorry. I reduce a lot of toxicity that comes with my way through avoidance. But that is not realistic to live in a bubble. I'm doing inner work to begin align with my harmony. Amazing. Oh my God. See, he's saying that he's an introvert. And I want to say this. I was definitely the type of person that likes to have a lot of people around me. I used to like to have a lot of friends around me. And I found that, especially when it comes to females, and I know people hate to say this, but it's true. Having too many friends and being part of every single circle can create a situation, a negative situation. At this point in my life, I have learned it's okay to be by yourself. So yes, although he's saying that he is a learner, Nick Veggie is a loner and introvert. That is also not a bad thing. Being able to socialize with people is okay. Um, so I'm not really mad at that, but I find that people who are extroverts, too much of an extrovert, they have a problem with being by themselves. Like I know someone that she doesn't realize how much she doesn't even she's not even doing it on purpose. She's literally friends with everybody. Okay, she's friends with every single body. She's always at every boom boom. Um, she's just everywhere, right? And then wonder why she's so unhappy. You have to find the happiness within yourself, not in other people. It's okay to go out to eat by yourself. I go out to eat by myself all the time. It's okay to go have a drink by yourself. I go out to have drinks by myself all the time. It's okay to be alone by yourself, but it's also good to socialize with people as well. But just not too much people. Like I find that when you have too much people, it just causes like crazy issues. Mr. Camille says, I've set limits of exposure with toxic friends. They're only good during certain conversations and environment. Exactly. So again, it's how you respond. Okay. Response. Um, M. Hollis says, I used to say she's pretty, but her mouth is reckless. LOL. I knew that was fixable. See, these are the people, this is how I choose to respond. See, M. Holla, okay, though, he makes me laugh because I think he pushes my buttons on purpose, but he's learning more and more that I don't really engage anymore in the nonsense. So, yes. Now, relationships, guys, relationships, personal relationships. I've never been married. Honestly speaking, I don't think I really want to be married. I think I maybe want to have like a life partner, but I don't think that I want to get married. I don't know. I don't know. However, dealing with people with different personalities is always a hot mess. Okay. You have difference of opinions. Um, and again, it's how you respond. Understanding someone else's love language can sometimes be very difficult. And I'm not saying like, I'm not talking about the people who like gifts. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when people, I'm a communicator, I like to communicate, but understanding someone else's form of communication is so hard. One of the things that I struggle with in my past and in my relationships is trying to take myself out of my shoes to really understand where the other person is coming from, right? Some people weren't raised on love, they were raised on survival. And a person who is raised on survival most of the time are incapable of giving love. Let me know if you agree with me, if you understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to repeat it again. A person who is raised on survival is incapable. Not everyone, there's always an exception to the rule, is not capable of giving love. Okay? Yes, I am married to the V Squad. I'm fully committed to you guys here on YouTube, okay? I was so committed. I'm telling you, I wasn't even going to do this live today because I was like, dang, I'm not even really prepared. But here we are. One of the mistakes that I've made in my past when it comes to relationships, I kind of brought this on to myself, right? But when you know better, you do better. I constantly was dealing with people that weren't raised on love. They were raised on survival. A person who is raised on survival, all they know how to do is survive. Okay, they don't really usually give affection. They usually are very dry. They are usually very straightforward people, which is nothing really wrong with straightforward people. Um, I agree. I'm engaged, but I don't know if I can follow through. Do you think that you should be saying this? Oh, I don't think you should be saying this on VGIRL TV. I'm so confused. First of all, confusion is of the enemy. Okay. I will say this. This is my opinion. Okay. I've never been married, guys. So this is just my opinion. Okay. Confusion is not of God. Okay. For those of you who are religious, if you are in a situation where you are confused and if you don't want to do something, it's probably your inner self telling you not to go through with something. And I'm just saying this because of my personal experiences and the things that I've been through personally. Every time I was confused about something and went against my better judgment, it always backfiring against me. Against me. I don't know if anybody else can relate or anybody else went through something like this, but literally every single time I did something against my better judgment, it always ended up not working out in my favor. Now, I can't tell you what you should do. Like, I can't tell you, oh, yes, you should follow through with the engagement or not. I'm not in a relationship. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there with you. Only that's something that you have to answer yourself. But what I would do is I would write down a list of all the negatives and all the positives in the relationship. And if the negative outweighs the positive, then you already have your answer. That's the best advice that I could give to you. So, yeah. You need to listen to the inner self, which should be aligned with the creator. Exactly. And this is so important. Like, I wish I could, this is like my favorite comment. Because this is so true. I think once you start, and this is why I always say, like, practicing gratitude is very important. Art of manifestation is very, very important. And this is why I say this. Because once you start thanking God, the universe, whatever you want to call your God, once you start giving gratitude, you will start seeing things in perspective. Things will be literally put in the middle of your face to see. Like, oh my God, let me tell y'all what happened last night. So there's this girl that's always trying to be my friend, right? And I'm like, why does this girl always want to be my friend? It's just super weird. Like, I've never had anyone come on so strong to me trying to befriend me. And so I had like an airy feeling about it. And this is why I say practicing gratitude is super important. When you practice gratitude, literally just writing 3 things a day that you are thankful for, things will start to be put in line. Well, it will start aligning you with the things that you need, the things that you're supposed to have. Last night, I had a dream with this girl. And I will say this dream was very scary. I don't need to know no more because people have been telling me no, 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 no. And I'm still like, I don't know, maybe giving people the benefit of the doubt. And last night I had a dream that confirmed it. And I wasn't even thinking about this girl. Um, if you have something inside you telling you to stop, then listen. Exactly. Exactly. Nick Veggie is on one right now. Who wants to live their lives unhappy? Raise your hand if you want to live your life unhappy. I personally am not living my life unhappy. Okay? I'm not being unhappy for anybody this year or any other year moving forward. I'm literally aligning myself with the things that is supposed to be meant for me. And that's the thing. As far as the comment is concerned, from Nick Veggie about listening to your inner self, I don't think people realize that how much listening to your inner self is God's way of speaking to you. Like people really like, okay, I'm not against the church or anything. You know, I'm all for church, fine, but I'm not a super religious person. I'm definitely a spiritual person. But I do believe that we all have the gift. You have to literally ask God for the gift of discernment. Okay, once you practice gratitude, you put certain things in perspective. You ask for the discernment. God will really talk to you through yourself. You don't need to go to anybody and ask people what you should do because you already have the answer. Because literally, you will know. Your conscience is God's way of telling you something. People really, you really, guys, we really know the answers, but we just choose not to listen. We really want someone else to tell us what we should do, and then you do the opposite anyway. Just harmony, healing, wholeness, and gratitude for me. Yes, absolutely. That's a lot of the things that I'm putting into perspective this year. Okay. I feel like me and Nick Veggie, we have a connection because I'm on the same type of vibes. Harmony, healing, wholeness, and gratitude for me. Let me tell you another thing that I did is, and I think a lot of us are, and when I say a lot of us, I'm including myself into this. We like to hold on to things, like holding on to things that no longer serves a purpose, right? And when I say things, I mean relationships, personal, tangible things that really have no value. What I did was, and my vlog is coming up. If YouTube would just upload my vlog, guys. I have a vlog coming out tonight. It's very long to upload. But anyway, I have a vlog coming up. It's probably going to go up next week about getting rid of old garbage, like clutter, right? And I think that that's so important. Also, is getting rid of um, clutter. I got rid of so much clothes that no longer served the purpose because I was holding on to these things just to hold on to them. So I literally had clothes that no longer fit me, clothes that had holes in them, clothes that were stained, just holding on to these unnecessary things. Old makeup that was expired, old medication that was expired, a whole bunch of crap that I just didn't need. And I said to myself, you know what? I really want to be whole. I want to be I want to have peace with myself. I want to have harmony. I want to be happy. Okay. And a way to get rid of all that is to get rid of things that we no longer need. So I literally sat down in my closet. I still have so much more stuff that I got to get rid of. I got to do it for my kids too. And I have literally 3 bags of clothes and stuff that no longer serves me anymore. And that's another way of being able to get rid of toxic behavior and toxicity out your life, is to get rid of all things that serve no more, that doesn't serve a purpose for you anymore, whether it's a relationship, whether it's tangible items, anything that no longer serves your purpose. So I started with clothes. Okay. All right, let's see what M. Hala has to say. Sometimes listening to your inner self can be selfish at times. I understand, but it's something that comes and go. Sometimes I have made a decision, then I had bad feelings about it and still went through with it. Again, listening, and so this is a thing that we're talking about with toxic behavior, and this is the prime example of what I'm saying. A lot of times we feel like we have to say yes, okay, because you're being selfish. It's okay to be selfish if it comes to your peace of mind. You have to be selfish with yourself. Selfishness for a peace of mind and to be happy is okay. Who wants to live their life miserably? Who wants to be miserable? Who wants to be unhappy? If it costs me being happy and your happiness, I'm going to choose my happiness over yours. Because at the end, me being in a relationship with someone else, and obviously I'm not happy in a relationship, I cannot give the person what they want. So at the end, the person is still going to end up upset. So why not just and I'm not talking about your situation, I'm talking about my situation, or if I was in a situation. Why not just end it now instead of leading the person on? You understand what I'm saying? It worked out, but it worked out for the best. That's why that's not always true. Good point though, Veggie. I think that it could work out for the best for now, and then eventually you'll see. Selfish is not such a bad word. You have to discern your motives. Exactly. I don't know. Me personally, whenever I don't listen to my inner self, it always works out very bad for me all the time. It never fails. That's just my opinion. So I would just say, so if you feel that way, then go ahead with it. Like I said, the best thing for you to do is write out all the negatives and all the positives. Is the negative outweighs the positive, or the positive outweighs the negative, you go with the positive, which will be go through with it. But if it doesn't, then you already know what to do. The worst thing to do is to be engaged or to get married to someone and then get divorced 6 months later. In my opinion. But just a little off topic, guys. I want to share this with you before we go. Oh, wait, hold on. He says, I came from Cologne. I work hard for everything I have for my kids to then get married and then don't work out. She gets most of it. I don't know. And I know how I am. All right. So then sign a prenup. That's why prenup is the best thing to do. The best divorce is before marriage. Exactly. And I feel you. I understand that part. Sign a prenup, secure your assets. All right, guys. So I want to share this with you. And then try a marriage counselor. All right, so I want to share this with you guys before I leave because we are almost leaving. We're almost done for the day, and we're at 49 minutes. And a lot of us have to go back to work because you're on your lunch break. But I wanted to share this with you. I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay. All right, guys. So here we have it. The website for those of you who have not had a chance to sign up on VGIRLTV. The website is now up. You can sign up for the newsletter. Oh, wait, let me close this out. You can sign up for the newsletter. And then we have some updates here. Okay. If you have a business that you want to advertise on the channel, you can literally click advertise with us, put in your information and your comments, and I will have a representative get back to you to discuss exactly what you want and we'll give you the rates. We also have a shop page where you are able to shop merchandise. So we have two items that are in stock right now. We have the Good Vibes Only cap, which is my favorite baseball cap because this is what we're about. Okay, 2023, Good Vibes Only. And this is unisex. It comes in one particular color. So you guys can order that now online. It's available. And then, we also have the Good Girl Bad Habits t-shirts. also available in our merch store, and they actually come in 4 different colors. So we have black, we have white, heather gray, and red. These are what the colors look like, and they're now available on the website, so you can order them as we speak. And that's as far as the merch is concerned. We also have a tab where you can book a consultation online for those of you who are interested in moving to Panama. Here are the services here on the website. And if you are just interested in reading or seeing some of our old content and write ups, the blog posts are also on the website. So I urge everyone to check it out. Okay. And then we have a forum page where you guys are able to discuss whatever you want to discuss with other people that are part of the website, our members, general discussions, questions and answers here on the forum. Yeah, it's just a cool place for all of us to get together, because I know sometimes YouTube does not send out the alerts the way that they should. So I hope that you guys have the opportunity to check out the website and have a look around. If you guys are interested in purchasing anything from the website, you can do that. If you don't and you just want to send a donation to the channel, because your donation helps to keep the channel afloat, you can just click here, you've arrived, and you can click donate to VGIRLTV. And once we are able to get here you go. You can put in whatever amount you choose to. Okay. It says donating allows us to keep producing free content as well as improve the quality of our content so you, the viewer, can enjoy. Your donations will also help to employ other small businesses in Panama and to improve production as well as other charitable events. Click the link below to become a channel donor. So here you can literally put out any amount. It could be $1, 50 cents. You can put out everything, and everything, the proceeds go 100% to VGIRLTV. Unlike when you donate through YouTube takes a percentage of what you guys donate to the channel. It is what it is, but that's what they do. So I just wanted to be a little bit clear with that. Okay. So I think it's about that time, guys. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Break Room Conversations. I will see you again next week. Look out for the vlogs that's coming up, because we have tons of content that is coming out because of the holidays. I don't know what's happening right now. Hopefully the vlog will be up today by 5:00 p.m. Okay. Yes, they do take a percentage. YouTube takes a percentage, which is why I keep telling, sharing the other link, the external link with everyone. Like, hey, I know you guys like to send donations. Send the donations to this link instead. Okay. Yeah, they do. They take a percentage. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful holiday. Oh, wait, someone's calling me. Why is someone calling me while I'm on live? Sorry. Okay. Happy New Year. I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. Stay tuned for the upcoming vlog. And as usual, guys, peace and love.